Actually been a solid day out today. He said dry, especially if you're a Cowboy fan. Listen, there's a Cowboy fan on one of my posts. I congratulated him today. He's the first one that understood exactly what Shabbat Buddha was saying. VR to God figured out what I was saying. I'm glad some people are coming around to me having a crystal ball, letting y'all know the Dallas Cowboys will be absolutely dog shit
Let
next
me
year.
teach you how to vibe.
And they're just tanking until they can get what they want in there. They know that they sunk themselves in the hole to try to get right, but they can bounce back if they make the right moves after this move. Nick, 3 young are blessed in the cover of 25. First time there's more than one person. Man, baseball dead too. Man, don't know. Baseball and basketball dead. Baseball and basketball dead. Let's just be honest. Didn't it was somebody on Smoothie stream that was saying I should get on their podcast.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
I'm open to work with anybody, but y'all know where we at every day. Live and direct on YouTube, Facebook, Kicking Twitch daily. But I am about to make a react. I don't know if I should make a separate page or I should just start posting the reaction content right here on this page. Probably gonna just post it on these pages. I don't think it's gonna make no difference. And then, if it start popping, then I'll switch it up and make a whole page dedicated to reaction. Or I could just make a whole reactionary page separate from what we do here. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Rendell, Ladie, Black Phoenix. Yeah, baseball is dead. He said KC 3-peat NFL history. I mean,
let me teach you how to vibe.
I made a YouTube video about that. Like basically, if they 3-peat, it'd be the first time ever. I think it's more to Andy Reid's resume than like the Mahomes Brady conversation. I think we still a long way from that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like I think Andy Reid is really starting to etch his way to knock some people's face off of Mount Rushmore of coaching. But what he been able to do, like he's like the all-time winningest Eagle and Chief coach. Like, bro, he didn't ran down on the NFC, then went ran down on the AFC, and like we talking about legendary players playing for him and getting the best out of them, from Vic to McNabb to Mahomes to Alex Smith. Like whoever quarterback he worked with, they wound up balling. Andy Reid got something special.
Let me teach you
and
how
for
to
Mahomes,
vibe.
by the time his career is over with, like it'll rival Brady's. So like I don't want to spend so much time on the conversations of it rather than just enjoy what I'm watching. Like a dynasty, like in modern sports, is a hard thing with NIL, with basketball players getting traded every other week, with what I'm saying, like salary cap. In this era, people don't stay on the team long, so for them to have the run that they having, I think it's like Alabama's run. Like it's more impressive in the modern era if somebody got a dynasty than if somebody had one 20 years ago. NBA should do March Madness type for playoff, 1 game, no more 7-game series. I mean, but it's an 82 game season. That's where, like, it's an 82 game season and it's not entertaining at all to watch. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I really only watch it for the playoffs. So like I kind of enjoy the series, to be honest. Hope KC wins, but can't best. What is the Texas Bowl? He said 0 rings in the NFC, but look what he did with the Eagles team. Like the Eagles team, he had like, there's McNabb. The 1 year they had T.O., they went to the Super Bowl. Outside of that, they had like Freddie Mitchell. Like, bro, they had nobody on, but they might have had a good running back every other year. Deuce Staley. Like, come on, man. Like, what him and McNabb was getting out of that Eagles team, and they added one good player 1 year and went to the Super Bowl. When he got to the AFC, I just think he got a chance to put together the team the way he wanted it put together. Like the Kansas City Chiefs organization is not holding him back. I feel like at the time the Eagles organization was holding him back. He said dream team when Vic came back. Not the best teams he had was with T.O. and McNabb. What are you talking about? Bro, we finna do this again. We gonna have revisionist history and don't remember that Donovan McNabb and Andy Reid went to like 4 straight NFC championships. And in the 1 year they got T.O., they went to the Super Bowl. Or we're gonna try to make it seem like that wasn't the best Eagles team they had. And they lost to Brady. So I'm saying, like, how many niggas got to the Super Bowl and lost to Brady? That's like saying how many people lost to Jordan. Yeah, I think Peace of Man and put the Prince hat on. Since Mahomes started, he been in the AFC Championship every year and 5th Super Bowl appearance in 7 years is crazy. Can't nobody make me Hulk Hogan, but Peace of Man don't want this debate. This ain't one you could win. Like I'll like for now on, like let's make like a button. I'll make a button if it's an argument or a debate I think y'all got a shot at proving. Most of the time it be some shit that be like, it's like quicksand. It look like you can get there, but you really can't. Like the more you move, the more you sink and smother and die. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of how it works. Like I think I need to start just like stopping and being like, a hot light come on, like Krispy Kreme in the background. Maybe I get like one of them lights over the TV, like some LED shit. That like, if I think y'all could win the debate, I like pull a chain or a string or some shit, and the light will come on back there, and it'll be like, oh, this is a hot one. Like you might can beat him on this one, but like all the rest of the shit, no, like y'all niggas don't be close. Said Eli beat Brady twice. Kirk Cousins elite. He said they literally called it a dream team. Piece of Man. The best team the Eagles ever had was Terrell Owens, one of the best receivers all time, playing with Donovan McNabb's prime, with Dawkins and all them. That was the best Eagles team they had. They went to the Super Bowl. They lost to Tom Brady. Now, let me flip this. Because we talking about Andy Reid. What the fuck did Bill Belichick do after Brady? Not shit. Brady went to the Buccaneers and won a Super Bowl. The Patriots been dog shit ever since. And this nigga's on North Carolina. Not North Carolina basketball. This nigga's coaching North Carolina football. After Coach Mac Brown. Like, bro, like, what are we talking about? We talking about Terrell Owens in his prime and McNabb in his prime versus talking about Michael Vick, bro. Since when did we ever like put Michael Vick into this dream team conversation for the Eagles, bro? Like, nigga, we talking about Andy Reid had 4 straight NFC championships with Donovan McNabb. He's got the most wins on the Eagles and the most wins on the Chiefs. We talking about Andy Reid, bro. What are we talking about? Like, Bill Belichick ain't do shit after Brady left. Brady went straight over there and won a Super Bowl. So I'm saying this ain't one you could win. We all remember. We were all watching. Terrell Owens and McNabb was the best Eagles team they had back then. And shit to do with no damn Michael Vick. Bro, can we move on to some shit that makes sense?
Let me teach
Not
you
like
how to vibe.
somebody's feeling about something. Bro, we were alive. We watched McNabb go to the NFC Championship year after year after year. They shit was like the Bills when they had Kelly, Thurman Thomas, Bruce Smith, Andre Reed. Now we're going to just forget all that shit happened. The Bills was there for 4 years and ran into the Cowboys. The Eagles there for 4 years. They ran into Brady. Nigga, do you remember what Terrell Owens looked like in his prime?
Let me teach you how to vibe.
What receiver been on the Eagles ever been what Terrell Owens was his prime? Please don't say A.J. Brown or Deshaun Jackson. Bro, we talking about T.O. in his prime, nigga. Like, if we want to go in prime, like, it's like T.O., Calvin Johnson, Randy Moss, like, Jerry Wright. Like, we get into that conversation, nigga. We talking about prime T.O. Like, T.O. in his, like, elite days.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
Bandy, what up? Bro, please, like, when we having sports conversations, like, can we, like, have some, like, logic? That shit, like, do we remember? Do we always look at that, nigga? Do you remember what T.O. was like in his prime on the Eagles with McNabb? God damn, bro. Before 04 Vic, nigga, it was McNabb on Madden. Niggas play with the Eagles like they play with Vic before 04 Vic. Hey, Pizza Man, the Discord open if you want to get here and say this shit verbally and hit a blunt and then come back down and you get to think about how crazy this shit sound. Nigga, we talking about McNabb Prime, Terrell Owens Prime, B-Dog. Nigga, we talking about them niggas, the niggas that made the Eagles in the modern era. If you wanted to go back and bring like Randall, oh, you not talking about Randall Cunningham. You talking about the Michael Vick Eagle team. Bro, what we talking about? Like, that shit is like saying like a 49er team, like compared to like Steve Young and Joe Montana. Like,
let me teach you how to
not
vibe.
doing this revisionist shit where we remember how reality was and like try to add some shit because we seen it recently. Nigga, them Eagles teams that came after McNabb and T.O. was not no motherfucking dream team, nigga. Like, bro, what are we talking about? Discord open, man. Hey, look, this shit. Hey, which one worse? This shit or the print shit? Them motherfuckers is neck and neck right now. This shit or the print shit? He said Vince Young was from the back of the limo, man. Bro. I be wanting to have some real deal sports debates. Not this shit, bro. This shit just be, it should be sad. I love y'all though, but that shit so far off base. He's saying pull the roster up. Ain't no need, man. That roster had Javon Curse, Brian Dawkins, Sheldon Brown, Jeremiah Trotter, Corey Simon, John Runyon, T.O., Brian Westbrook, McNabb. They lost by 3 in the Super Bowl. Let me see what the stat line look like. Brady was 23 of 33, 236, 2 touchdowns. McNabb was 30 of 51, 357, 3 touchdowns, but he had 3 picks. T.O. 9 receptions, 122 yards. They shut down Brian Westbrook, though. Westbrook ain't do shit. And then Westbrook Like the Patriots shut their ass down with the run game though. It says the backup quarterback said it, not the media. All right, let's move on to something like more productive. Impulse, what up? Sean Smith, Buddy, Bandit, Imani, DB, Lockkick, Robert Henney, TGG Munt, D Ford, Now, Comedy Two-Time, Jonathan Mitchell, no relation, Black Phoenix. What up? Driller. Stat man, it don't make no difference who Will Levis spend his time with. Pass defense was elite. Finally back to the nice vibes. Who did? Last night I was raging. The Madden had me on 10. Been angry? Not. I really been chilling. It just be certain times. Like I just raged out a second ago. Like you just wasn't here for it. But my rage is like good rage. It's like passion. It's passion. You know what I'm saying? It's passion. It's passion.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
Play a new game, man. Really, it ain't gaming that's gonna make me happy. It's content. I'm about to make a reactions page. I'm gonna start reacting to shit. Like I think first shit I be watching that I'm gonna be reacting to is them motherfuckers that be like buying houses and shit and like fixing that bitch they self. That shit be crazy, dog. Like, you know how much work that is? Like, fuck renovating it. Just cleaning the shit out of a trash house is like probably would take you a week. You know what I'm saying? Like hazmat suit on, mold. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna be reacting to some wild shit though. Don't do Levis too soon. We didn't. But this is the thing though, piece of man. Malik Willis was drafted by John Robinson. He's gone. Vrabel's gone. Rand and Vrabel drafted Will Levis. Both of them is gone. If Brian Callahan don't have a winning record by the bye week, he probably getting fired. So with a new GM that hired 2 former GMs as his assistants with Chad Brinker, and the new stadium coming in 27, I just don't see a way where they're going to open up a stadium and not draft their own quarterback. Like if you was a GM of the Patriots and like, let's say the Patriots had 500 football this year. If you came in and you had a new coach, hired a new coach, a new assistant GM, a new offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator, all that, you probably move Drake, man. As good as he is. Like it, no GM and no coach gonna ride and die and lose their job rolling with a quarterback that somebody else picked. And I got content out there that break down Will Levis' statistics in the 21 games he's played. He's got more turnovers than touchdowns in 21 games in 2 years. That's enough of a sample size, bro. Like trade him for a 7th round pick and draft your QB now. Start the stadium off with Cam. You gonna have a new stadium in 27 with Cam Ward or Shador. You know what I'm saying? That's just way too much. He said, don't add me. Shut up, man. He said gaming ain't content. I didn't say gaming ain't content. I said gaming don't make me happy right now. Like Madden came out in August. College football came out the month before. We didn't have 6 months of fun with these games. These games are getting to the point where they're stale now. I don't enjoy Call of Duty. I don't enjoy Apex. I don't enjoy, I've never been a Fortnite or Overwatch guy, so I don't like now I'll say I don't like, I wouldn't like to play Marvel Rivals. Like the game that I would like to play is Witcher when it dropped, or if GTA 6 drop, I'll probably be on some shit like that. But right now, I don't enjoy gaming as much as I do podding, and I'm gonna start making reactionary content because I think I might enjoy just reacting to social commentary or some shit. Like right now, I like the tournaments is fun, like chopping it up with y'all is fun, but like actually playing the game right now for me, like that shit kind of dead. This man said, watch the TV. Drake made it go. But if you was a GM and you came in next year, and let's say Vrabel went 6 and let's say he went 7-10, you gonna really like it. You gonna really be thinking like as a GM with your job on the line. And let's say he played bad, like he regressed, you might be thinking about drafting a QB. If you do reaction videos on YouTube, make sure to make it transformative because they be quick to copyright strike on there, just sitting there looking blankly at the camera, not saying anything. Oh no, mine gonna be, bro, I'm gonna be laughing and talking shit. I might be pausing that shit halfway through and just wilding too. It said Titan said thing about not taking the key. I know it's just talk. Who said that piece of me? And I'd like to know. Marvel Rivals? Nah. I never liked Overwatch, so I wouldn't like Rivals. He talked to for 3 hours, no gaming, and your views be higher than reactions. Yeah. Yeah, I like to watch like Trav and them play Rivals, but I ain't like but he was good at Overwatch, and he used to be an Overwatch streamer before he started streaming. Let me teach you how to vibe. A lot of people don't know that Black Line Gamers was Mortal Kombat and Overwatch before he ever played Apex, and then he like blew up a lot more on Apex after blowing up on Mortal Kombat. He say stick to what bro, I'm saying like if I'm just talking about the games that I enjoy, that I have fun playing. Like it's times where Madden is fun and football is fun. College football when it first dropped was lit up, but it's like, man, football season about done. We getting close to the draft. I've been more enjoying watching the practices from the Shrine Bowl, seeing who playing good and who playing bad. Shiloh Sanders playing bad. It's a couple players from some D3 schools and Division II and SWAC. It's some of them guys playing good. It's some guys from some smaller schools. The edge rusher from Marshall. Oh man, what's the wide receiver from Oregon going crazy? You know, it's like LaJohntay Wester been playing good. Him and Jimmy Horn Jr. You know, it's like cool to see some Kobe Bryant, the cornerback from Kansas. It's like some players been balling. Like they said that Kobe Bryant was playing so good that they told him to stop playing. Like, bro, don't even come back to practice. With them blue and white Nikes back there. That's LeBron, Houston Oilers that Big Jeff sent me. Shout out to Big Jeff. I feel like in that case with no piece of man. I asked you who said they was talking about taking a QB, because I follow everybody that's a beat writer for the Titans. Like I know pretty much all the ones that's connected to the Titans. So I need to know who's saying they thinking about not taking no QB. Is it some random motherfuckers on Twitter, or is it Paul Kaharski? Is it Jim Wyatt? Is it Easton Freeze? Is it Buck 1045 The Zone? Like, who is it? Because like all the Titans people is there, and I ain't seen none of them say they not taking no QB. Tag. If you tag me on something on Facebook, that shit probably like mixed with like 200 other reactions from wild shit. Yo, Big Jeff with the 10 ball. Dragon stick in the chat. Sean K. EJ. Do I think Shiloh cooked? They say he got a lot of work, that he may be a day 3, like a bottom of day 3 type of person. So, I mean, he was getting destroyed. If you go look at his highlights, he was getting beat off the line. Like in press coverage, like he wasn't even able to touch. Like he wasn't even able to get his hands on the receivers. Put it that way. Like he was just running routes, and like, you know how when a little kid chasing you and you do like this and shit, and they can't grab you. That's how that shit looked with him playing coverage. Fighting games. Yeah. People like fighting games. Yo, Daniel Hall, YP. Hey, y'all grab them gifted out the media, probably dropping bait now. It's perfect time for that. Nah, not no legitimate media. I ain't talking about some random ass pages. I'm saying like I've watched Bergonzi's interview. I watched Callahan's interview. We watched Callahan's interview on stream, and I haven't heard any of them say that they don't like the QBs. They're actually saying they're impressed by him. And if you hear them talk, they're basically throwing Will Levis under the bus. Like Will Levis is like, bro, the way they talk about him, when they be saying the quarterback position in Nashville gonna be played from the neck up. That ain't got nothing to do with Cam Ward and Shador. That shit got everything to do with Will Levis. Hot take, Julian saying comes 5 QB next year. Who he play for? I'm talking about whoever said they going to trade back. Yeah, I mean that's cap, bro. Like if they do, they do. But from all I think, I haven't seen anything where they said they didn't like Shador.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
I mean, Teron Davenport, like I can name every one of the beat writers that's there, bro. Sam Phelan, like they all there. Like I've seen nobody say the Titans don't like the QBs and they're for sure trading. How you feeling, Stephen A and Cam on the Titans? You see, I put that reel out there. Cam New faithful like that. That boy,
Let me teach you how
that boy
to
Stephen A
vibe.
said, "I'd be damned if I had Mayonnaise Man as my QB next year." Coop, Ohio State starter. Well, you know Ohio State gonna spend $30 million on the team next year. You don't think Levis got the confidence? I don't think he ever had it. Like, I was hoping that they could groom. I think that Vrabel may have broke him into that. Vrabel probably could have got more out of Levis because he never really like pumped his head up. But Will Levis, like his decision making, it's not his physical talents. It's not his ability to throw the ball. It's not his running. Like if you go back and look at his turnovers, there was just bad mental decisions. And if you go to the sideline and say, I didn't see him, or I don't know what I was thinking, like that's not what you want to hear from your quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like them fumble pitches he threw, like some of that shit you just like, I'm cool if you throw deep balls, one-on-one 50-50 deep balls that get picked all game. I can live with that. There's a lot of, like, think about like Mahomes and Josh Allen and all, like they put the ball up to let that guy go get it a lot of times. I mean, AJ Brown's deep balls, like Jalen Hurts just throw it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool. Burrow, they all just put the ball up. But at the same time, like his decisions is like, you threw a pick to a D tackle. You fumbled trying to pitch the ball in the red zone on third down. Like you already got a field goal. You go up double. His turnovers was like that. You know what I'm saying? Like the Green Bay game, the pick six, like you got 5 button hook outs on short routes and you throwing that Jair on the boundary, the far boundary. Like the hardest throw in football is to throw from hash to hash on a speed out, and you throw it at Jair Alexander. Like some of the decisions he made, you just can't turn the ball. Like you can't lose 7 fumbles in a season. You can't, like you and Mason Rudolph can't combine for 35 plus turnovers, bro. Like you just can't do it. For him, it's here. But that's what they said about him coming out in the draft, or he would have been a first round pick. That mentally they didn't think that, you know, that his personality was like coachable or that he would grasp it. Julian saying playing for Ohio State. Levis watching him for 2 years, games 0-8. He trashed at 2026 champions is, I don't know, man. I don't even know who Bama gonna have at QB. Calvin really LTD. Man, they prize gouging with Titan fans. Paper Stacks, what up? 94 speed, really? I'm not getting him. You know what I'm saying? Like all my Titan receivers, AJ Brown, Julio, and D Hop is all faster than him right now. That's who they need to drop another D Hop. Yo, Teddy. That's what makes Rivals so much better than Overwatch. This guy got good characters. Q, what's good? He got the Magnus. Hey, it's 2025 and Coop is no longer throwing tomatoes. He got Magnus out. He's saying bipolar. That card drops Saturday. I ain't even gonna say nothing. They'd be better off dropping a Tony Romo or what's the McCall Troy Aikman. He said he's switching it up. You know what I'm saying? We give him pro 7 day with that. Honestly, hey, look, man, I just call a spade a spade. When I hear something, I need definitive proof. That's all I be asking for. I just need definitive proof. He said B Dawkins, not Dak. Oh, it said B Dak. I was like, well, he said I found it. The Titans could be targeting Penn State linebacker Abdul Carter with the #1 pick and aren't locked in on taking a quarterback. Per Adam Schefter, the Titans president for Chad Brinker says they won't pass on. That's like 2 weeks. That's an old quote. That's old. You gotta think, piece of man. Like they said that like almost 2 weeks ago. Then they came on the radio and cleared it up what they meant by that. And the whole Titans organization is at the Shrine Bowl with Shador and Dion and all them. Like they didn't like. You gotta think like that tweet came out like 10 days ago, and they didn't been on radio saying what they meant with it. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, posted by football forever, but I'm saying, like, we didn't. You just got to catch up to speed. We be on that shit daily. That shit was like 2 weeks ago. For sure. Bro, they didn't. No, I'm saying, like, bro, that's like 2 weeks ago. That was before they even hired the last 2 assistants that they hired. They took Dallas Cowboys special team coach. They got Reggie McKenzie and the dude from the Raiders. Bro, like the Titans done had so much shit going on since then. Like they didn't hire a whole staff since then. Cause that was Brinker talking. Brinker is the president of football operations. Bergonzi, I don't even think they had hired Bergonzi at the time he made that statement. Bergonzi came from the Chiefs after the Chiefs beat the Texans. So you got to think like after the Texans game, they hired Bergonzi. That was like maybe a day or so after that. Cause Brinker is like the man behind the scene. He's the one that he's the one that speak for Amy, Brinker and Burke Nahill. Did you see the presser with Pete Carroll and then Marshawn Lynch yelling in the background, and he was like, I didn't know that was you. He was like, man, who else is gonna be yelling like that? That is kind of cool to see Marshawn Lynch with Pete Carroll though. Nah, they just people just making some smoke. Like that's why I say like you got to see where it came from. Like that's Chad Brinker talking, but Chad Brinker went on 104.5 The Zone and talked for like 2 hours about what he meant. Amy got guns. I mean, if you a female billionaire football owner and your daddy was an oil baron, like she got guns. Like like Burke Nahill is over the new stadium being built. Chad Brinker is over football operations. Then it's Bergonzi, the dude from the Raiders, and then Reggie McKenzie. You know what I'm saying? Dan Callahan. It'd be nice if we can get Cavante Turpin over here. You know what I'm saying? They said they might even trade for Brandon Aubrey too, so that'd be crazy. Cowboys, the best player in y'all team will be gone. The kicker. He said the head coach of Jack Duval. I said, man, he been hiding from the Buccaneers for a week. He done popped up and can't even say Duval right. But he's a quarterback guru. He might get it together over there. Coaching staff. They were saying that y'all was looking at Bieniemy before y'all got brought McDaniels back. My only fear is like y'all bringing back some of the old band members. You know what I'm saying? Without, you know what I'm saying? Like you bring back too many of the same old guys. That's always been part of Vrabel problem is like he wouldn't let go of Todd Downing and Tim Kelly, and the offense never got better. Like sometimes you gotta be willing to pull some new guys in. They're gonna push it in a different direction. But I mean, for the sake of y'all team, I'm interested to see how this draft and offseason go because it's some teams that's gonna get right and there's some teams that's gonna fall off the map and there's some teams that's gonna bounce back. So I'm just interested to see like the decisions that's gonna be made for all these football teams. Duval. I was like, what they got this man saying? This man said, Duval. Duval. I was like, he said trading for Aubrey opens the Titans up for tampering though. Man, look at Big Jeff, man. Big Jeff been trying to put tampering on the Titans for a minute, man. The tampering we was gonna get with some Rooney Rule shit with Chad Brinker, but see, this how smart the Titans is. I'm gonna tell y'all some backdoor stuff. This probably something that y'all ain't thought about. Crystal Ball's in the chat.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
They started talking about the Rooney Rule stuff with the Titans bringing in Rand Carthon, giving him 2 seasons, and then Brinker basically like changing the role of what the GM is and assuming president of football operations. And then, you start hearing that swirling. Them boys got slick. They hired Bergonzi. Then they went and got Reggie McKenzie, who they already interviewed, and brought him as like the head of football scouting. So then you hire another black administrator back in the place of the one you just fired. And it is like a former GM. It kind of make it all go away, man. The Titans ain't slick. Titans ain't slick, man. Clip that. Titans ain't slick. I mean, that's pretty slick, though. You think you've been to get hit with the Rooney Rule, and then you just go hire another black person. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, man. Don't get me started. But, hey, look. Hey, look. I got black friends. They hit them boys with that. I got black friends. Y'all can't say we racist. We fired a black general manager. We just hired another black guy just in the spot up under him, man. Come on, man.
Let me teach you how to
Only
vibe.
slick the Titan fans. Man, listen. Hey, that's just for the ear hustlers that want us to lose some compensatory picks because we fired Rand. But I did the breakdown. To be fair, the record of Rand being there wasn't good at all. But, that's why I did that piece of content. Y'all go check out the YouTube and see where I broke it down. Like, I think free agency got him and not the record. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the record was a big part of it. I think free agency got him more. He drafted well, and he brought some people in. But when you look at L'Jarius Sneed and Cheeto Awuzie, man, that's $100 million worth of cornerbacks to only get 5 games out of them. Like 1 interception, 1 forced fumble, and about 40 tackles. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a lot of money to spend there. And you may have been thinking maybe they should have spent that money on a right tackle. Because they spent it at center. Maybe they should have spent that free money in the trenches. That was weak at edge and weak at right tackle. You know what I'm saying? You get to thinking like Jarvis Brownlee Jr. and Darrell Baker played pretty much the whole season. And watching Christian Fulton go to the Chargers and start the whole season, they went to the playoffs, him and Elijah Molden. Jamal Adams was a miss. Cheeto was a miss. Sneed, if he come back healthy this year, it'll offset because he's a superstar corner, but then like most of his guaranteed money will be paid out through next season. So but Cheeto, 3 years, 36 million, 12 million a year for 20 some tackles. I don't know. Cause like, I just feel like in some of them places he missed. Ernest Jones was a hit, but you trade him. So you get value back from him and D-Hop. But then again, you look over and say, man, the linebacker, Jerome Baker, miss. Like, they could never fill that linebacker role throughout the season or that free safety. Mike Brown and Worley played okay. You know what I'm saying? But Quandre Diggs, if he would have made it through the season, would have been a hit. Tony Pollard really was hits, but Mason Rudolph was not. You know what I'm saying? Like, most of the people we got in free agency and spent money on, I say it's like less than a 50 split. I think spending all that money in certain spots and having a 3-14 record hurt him worse than the record itself. Mayo was getting run over. It was starting to stage players coach. Nah, I mean, piece of man, let's be real. The Patriots always wanted Vrabel over there. It was nothing Gerard Mayo was going to be able to do to keep that job. He wasn't given the tools to win games in New England this year. He was a fall guy. He's what Schottenheimer is to the Cowboys right now, and he's what Antonio Pierce was to the Raiders last year. Coaches that's put in positions where you know they don't have a chance to succeed. They're not going to succeed. If they did get close to succeeding, it would be more of an anomaly than, like, it'd be pretty much like they just got lucky. Like, they wanted Vrabel over there, and they wanted to assemble the band back, and there's nothing wrong with that. They just couldn't do it at the time that, you know, they was in. Just like the Cowboys would love to have Dion or one of these other coaches be in, but they can't get the guy that they want. So Schottenheimer's finna get in there and they're going to clear the roster. When you really look at it and be honest, that's what that was. You know what I'm saying? Just a fall guy. Bro was playing cards with players on the flight home after blowout loss. I mean,
let me teach you how to vibe.
Look, what a person does on the way home after losing, like, how much film could Gerard Mayo look at to make y'all wide receiver core be any better than what it was? If y'all didn't go out and get no free agent receivers, and one of the best receivers y'all had wound up going to the Raiders and balling, like, bro, okay, let's say he didn't play cards and he looked at more tape. He couldn't have made them receivers catch the football. You know what I'm saying? Like the Patriots just didn't have the horses in the stable this year. It's like, it's okay to say that. And y'all in the division with the Bills, like, I was not going to win the division the day the season started. He's literally a fall guy. I think we can all be honest and say that. Like, Antonio Pierce is over on the Raiders with Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell, and they let Josh Jacobs go to the Packers. Yeah, sent Devontae to the Jets. It's a fall guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to say that. Like, blessed to live through the Brady era. That type of greatness is over with, but I'm loving every bit of this Mahomes era. Couldn't keep the players in check. But I'm saying, like, what players there to keep in check on the Patriots? Like, let's be honest for a half a second. Like, the Patriots roster was putrid this year. Like, putrid. Like, bro, like literally like a dollar store roster. So I mean, like, okay, he's more disciplined and he don't play cards after the game. Like, okay, the Patriots win 5 games instead of 4. Like, I'm confused. You know what I'm saying? Like, watch, they finna give Vrabel everything that Gerard Mayo never had. And Robert Kraft came in and said, it was my fault for putting him in that position. It's a black eye to his resume to have be put in that position. I mean, when you say now looking back, it makes sense Dallas being in the fall guy. I don't think a lot of Dallas Cowboy fans could handle a fall guy right now playing Dak as much as he is. But Jeff, like, what can you do? Let's say you want to bring in a top name coach, but they look at y'all, they look at the finances of the Dallas Cowboys and say, y'all don't have a top 10 pick. You got a $35 million receiver, a $60 million quarterback with a $90 million cap hit, and you got your best player, Micah Parsons, is on a franchise tag that you trying to free up money so you can re-sign him to a long-term deal with no running back. And, you know, like, when you in that position, like, maybe a coach don't want that. Maybe Ben Johnson say, I got a Heisman candidate quarterback that's in his second year, and the Bears is gonna have a high pick this year. They had 2 first-round picks last year. Like, they got capital to move around. Like, if I'm a hot coach, I'm not going to Dallas. So they may be saying, let's bring the fall guy coach in. It'll give us 1 more year to let some of that contract go through that we can restructure it and move him, or just restructure it and free up money. You got CeeDee Lamb under contract. You get Micah Parsons under contract, a good year of draft and free agency. Maybe that following year, a new coach come in, you can move Dak and then move him for a draft pick to move up and draft your QB next year. Maybe it's Manning. Maybe it's Drew Aller or somebody to play in Dallas, but you couldn't get Dion to come take over what y'all got now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the reality. Like, I told y'all last season, y'all didn't want to hear me. I looked at y'all dead in y'all eyes and said, did you see the Adam Schefter interview? And McCarthy sat there and said, Man, I feel like we got enough to come back with. You know, Jerry Jones sat him there, gave him a glass of whiskey and said, pat him on the back and said, now go out there and tell him we gonna win. Bro, like y'all made no moves last offseason. Y'all went through the draft and brought Zeke back. That was it. The Cowboys made no moves last offseason. Y'all drafted an offensive tackle and then y'all brought Zeke back. That was it. That's all the Cowboys did last year. After getting beat from the Packers, like the Giants sent Saquon. Well, he didn't send him. Giants made a mistake and let Saquon go to the Eagles. They brought Chauncey Gardner-Johnson back. They drafted Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean. Like the Eagles made moves. The Commanders got Jaden Daniels, brought Bobby Wagner in. Like they made moves. Traded Jahan Dotson to the Eagles. Like the teams in y'all divisions made moves and y'all sat still. So like when you look at the Cowboys, it's like this is a fall guy year, bro. Like you just gotta accept it that this is a fall guy year for the Cowboys for them to clear up some of that cap space. 150 million in dead cap is like Dak Prescott shit is on the lines of Deshaun Watson, bro. Deshaun Watson was a $70 million cap hit this year for the Browns. You know what I'm saying? Like Dak Prescott is 150. He's 90. He's 90 this season and 150 dead cap. Like y'all gotta let a season go through. At least Kirk Cousins guaranteed money fall off after this season. So if somebody take Kirk Cousins the next season and next season can cut without getting hit. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all just in a bad spot. You shouldn't be having fun playing cards. I mean, they literally like on a flight home. I'm pretty sure the next morning they in office in the room watching film back on the practice field. Like I'm not really like I play sports, bro. Like shit, sometimes we fucked off and listened to music out that bad game and shook that shit off and got back right. I mean, it could have been, I don't know, Urban Meyer. You could be having sex in the club after the game, lying to your wife and to the team. You could have been doing that. See, it's a big difference between Urban Meyer fucking in the club after the game, being 0-5, or Gerard Mayo playing cards on the way on the team, playing back with his team. Like, I just need y'all to like take that you a fan of the team and how you feel to the side sometime and just like look at it for black and white. Sometime after a game, man, you just unwind and say, fuck it, we get back to that shit tomorrow, man. We can't do nothing about that. Todd Downing had a DUI after the Packer game and played the rest of the season, and Titans lost 7 straight games. And one of the reasons why that Mike Vrabel got fired. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got a DUI after the game. Like, bro, it's some bad shit that happened. Like, Gerard Mayo playing cards with his team on the way home ain't exactly a bad thing. Players like Keon White and Kayshon Boutte. Who cares about Kayshon Boutte and Keon White? You act like that's like the quarterback or somebody saying it's some receivers that can't catch. The coach ain't got nothing to do with them niggas dropping passes, bro. Like Drake May was putting that bitch on the dime. They was dropping that hoe all season. Them niggas couldn't catch a cold. All them niggas should be cut. Screen record my reaction. He said, here we go. I'm saying, like, I just gave you 3 different scenarios. Todd Downing got a DUI. Urban Meyer fucking in the club. Like, you make it seem like Gerard Mayo was doing some of that shit. Them niggas kept their job. Them people you talking about kept their job. You know what I'm saying? You like, man, he was playing cards. I wish Todd Downing was. Do you remember Todd Downing in the Jaguars game, win and get in, running the wide receiver slant throwback pass in the last game of the season? He probably was drunk. You know what I'm saying? He said, you lost faith. I mean, coming into the season, like it wasn't expected that the Patriots was going to be competitive. It's a fall guy. Like if Robert Kraft come and say, man, I put you in a bad spot. Watch all the moves that the Patriots make this offseason as opposed to last, like player personnel wise. Like Mike Vrabel finna have a kitchen sink if he wanted for this team this upcoming season.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
Gerard Mayo had 2 rookie quarterbacks. Ramondre Stevenson and Hunter Henry. Everybody else is forgettable. But I mean, piece of man, y'all team didn't tank the last game of the season. Y'all actually won the game. It's some teams that was laying down. You know what I'm saying? Like,
let me teach
you gotta remember,
vibe.
Brian Callahan had a worse record than Gerard Mayo and Antonio Pierce. He still got his job. Everybody was thinking that Brian Callahan was gonna get fired, and Rand Carthon got fired, and not Brian Callahan. Man, Sean, that's all I'm saying. It's a human element of I played sports after a basketball game. We might have got our ass whooped. We might be fucking off like, man, we played like shit. Shook that shit off and beat the ass of the next team that lined up against us. Like playing cards on the team, playing on the way home. Like it was some people saying Rand Carthon doesn't work hard. After one loss, he went to sleep on the plane. Then he came on the radio and was like, I wasn't able to sleep. He was like, man, we was in the office at 4 a.m. and going home at midnight. He's like, you go back and look, I ain't watching no TV shows. I ain't listening to music. I ain't see my family. Like, niggas like, man, shit, that's the only time that I had a chance to sleep was on the plane. And it's like, he's lazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, right. You can't be like, come on, bro. Like, it's a human element to saying, like, if a nigga chilling on the back of a plane after a long flight home, like, the fuck they gonna look at? What tape can these niggas watching and get ready for to beat Josh Allen in division? You gonna go out that bitch and get smacked around. Said Keon Wright was our most productive pass rusher. Mayo traded Judon because he could. And what has Judon done since? I'm saying, like, bro, like sometimes people want to get off a team, bro. Like if you was a player and you playing for a team that's actively tanking, who could tell you something? Nigga, I want to be traded. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you remember, do you remember DeAndre Hopkins in the Titans game, standing on the side of Brian Callahan and looking at his face like this, smirking and smacking his lips? And he got traded to the Chiefs the next week. Maybe he wanted to get traded to a good team. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, who want to be like, I'm here for the company. I'm a Patriot man. And y'all niggas is tanking to try to get a top 5 pick. Like, bro, that shit don't make sense. Nigga, the Titans are smart. All the niggas like that, they went and sat them. Look at the inactive list for the last 3 weeks of the Titans. Ain't no good player play. It should have been though, piece of man. If you was coming to work knowing they was gonna fire you after your shift, how you gonna be acting? I'm like, man, fuck this job. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like these niggas finna fire me no matter what I did. It's nothing that Gerard Mayo and Antonio Pierce could have did last season that would have kept their job. The Raiders got Pete Carroll and Tom Brady running their organization, and they didn't clean house. The Patriots then brought in McDaniels and Vrabel and the old crew. You got to remember, last year, the year before last, when Vrabel was still on the Titans, getting the Ring of Honor celebration in the middle of the damn season, he talking about it ain't like this everywhere. He taking a shot at the team you own while you in New England. Like, bro, this shit been coming. Just like Schottenheimer. When Schottenheimer have a losing record for the Cowboys next season and get fired, it's nothing he could have done. It's nothing he can do. He can't put on a suit and be a running back. If Genty come off the board before 12 when Dallas Cowboys pick, you know what I'm saying? Like, what can Schottenheimer do? They're going to make him better than the Commanders with Jaden Daniels and $90 million free in cap space next season, or the Eagles with bringing the band back. The Eagles just drafted 2 defensive backs and both of them in defensive rookie of the year, top 5. What can Schottenheimer do? Honestly, I think the Giants gonna bounce back before the Cowboys. Cowboy fans, don't be mad. 70 games took Clef 18 games to get the Hero 1. Because the dispute came up, Patriot fans went petition to keep Judon. He was offended because he did so much. I mean, like, but what's wrong with that? I'm on the worst team in the division. We tanking. We about to fire our coach. Why should I play hard? Send me. Matter of fact, five and a half sacks for the Falcons this year. Dun, 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 dun. So we just talking football. I said I ain't even mad at New England. Definitely turned they back on him. That's what I'm saying. I'm not hyped up. I'm chilling. And the Giants will get another NFC title game before Dallas. No Buddha, that was the last straw. I'm calling my bank. Bro, I'm being honest. Like Jeff, we
teach you how to
we
vibe.
appreciate Big Jeff being a chat goat, but I'm saying I gotta be honest with you. If I wasn't a real friend, I'd lie to you and tell you what the Cowboys was gonna do good. But I'm being real with you. I'm being honest with you right now and saying that the Dallas Cowboys is tanking next season, and that to be real, if I was the New York Giants sitting at 3. Let's say Cam Ward and Shador came off the board and there wasn't a quarterback. I call up the Vikings. Man, what y'all want for Sam Darnold? Let me get that. Because y'all can't get Danny Dimes. I be trying to get one of these bridges out here and draft a QB. Y'all should be the team that's calling one of these bridges up and trying to get Milroe or Jackson Dart in that second round. But I'm sorry. Or Quinn Ewers. You know what I'm saying? Shit, if first round get Travis Hunter, Malik Neighbors, you know what I'm saying? Like, spend some of that bread y'all got. Hey man, I'm sorry. The UFL question is: Schottenheimer has a winning record and wins one playoff game. Is Dion available? Yes, he does. Yesterday, Pinky. You remember when the Titans had Malarkey, a former Titan, and they went to the playoffs and won a game, and he got fired, and Vrabel was there next year? It'll happen. I don't see no way the Dallas Cowboys will have a winning record next year, though. I really think they finna tank, bro. I really think they finna tank. At best, they could be the third best team in their division. Like, the Commanders got 90 million free. I don't know how, I take that back. I don't know how they fucked this up, but I mean, if the Commanders got 90 million plus the team they got right now don't really got no bunch of stars on it, like Scary Terry, Jeremy Chin, Lattimore, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like if they have a good draft and spend that 90 million wisely, like, and the Eagles gonna have what they got coming back, win or lose in the Super Bowl, but I just don't see it. I just don't see how, because I think they're setting him up to fail. Like, how healthy will Dak be, like, come training camp? How about the Chiefs? Duh. You joking, Jeff? Every joke got a little truth to it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm just trying to make sure that y'all ain't getting y'all hopes up against next season. But that's a legitimate question, though, Pinky. I think if he win a playoff game, he's still getting fired. Cowboys not losing every game. They got too much talent to lose every game. AJ to New England coming soon. Yep. G's up. What up, Last?
Let me teach you how to vibe.
He won a playoff game, won 10 games, and got fired, Pinky. It can happen, bro. Because, see, like, the people got to understand when it comes to the Titans needing to draft Shador, Cam, like, bro, they're going to open a new stadium. You know what the tickets and the parking and the beer pricing and shit going to be in that new stadium? Titans was the least viewed team in the NFL this past season on TV markets, and they wasn't selling the stadium out because they knew the team was actively tanking down the stretch. So when you look at the stadium looking like a high school game and the TV ratings, that's why they need to draft Shedeur Cam Ward, because like all that'll change. Like the money part for a billionaire owner changes instantly if you draft Shedeur or Cam Ward. Jersey sales go back up, the TV ratings go up, ESPN is there. You know what I'm saying? Like all that come with it. So I mean, if you was the Dallas Cowboys and you could get Primetime as your coach, all the old Cowboys coming back. You know what I'm saying? Like Troy Aikman is disgusted with what they got going on. Michael Irvin is disgusted. Like all the old Cowboys would come back and then like if you have if you bring some new energy, the same if Shedeur or Cam Ward is drafted to the Titans, or if Cam or Shedeur go to the Browns, or if some kind of way the Titans pick Cam Ward first and the Browns go Travis Hunter and the Giants get Shedeur, like it'll still be a situation where like what would that do in the New York market with Shedeur being on the Giants? Like it's a lot to it, like the financial part of selling tickets and putting asses in seats and making people turn the TV on. You know what I'm saying? Like I can sell a Houston person a ticket with CJ Stroud at quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I can sell a Josh Allen ticket. I can sell a Burrow ticket. I can sell a ticket with Patrick Mahomes. I can sell a Jalen Hurts ticket. The Lions are selling the hell out of the golf ticket, but I mean, I can't sell you no Will Levis ticket next year. I can't sell you no Mason Rudolph ticket. To be real, I can't even sell you no Milroe or Jackson Dart ticket. I just can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I can't sell you that ticket. You want Arch Manning? That'll sell tickets. Piece of man funny as hell. Boy, y'all don't ever want the Titans to draft.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
Boy, I hope Bergonzi slap y'all in y'all teeth. The Tennessee Titans select quarterback. Don't matter. Can't sell them tickets, cool. Captain Kirk was selling tickets until he wasn't. Now Michael Penny's gonna sell tickets. It's called hope. Donovan, what's good? Laz, what up? It's called hope. And if your team ain't selling some hope to the fan base, like, you know what I'm saying? He said, I'm praying y'all trade that pick. It'll be like AJ Brown all over again. This would be AJ Brown's second Super Bowl since getting traded from the Titans. Right? D-Hop got traded mid-season from the Titans. He was 1-6 and got traded to an undefeated team that's in the Super Bowl. How many do we need to go down the list in this situation? Kari Blasingame used to be was the last fullback the Titans had on their roster, play for the Eagles, going to the Super Bowl. Like all 14 teams in the NFL that was in the playoffs had an ex-Titan team that we recently traded, cut, or didn't re-sign. That's saying something, bro. He said Ward, first pick off the board. Stamp
Let me
it
teach
back.
you how to vibe.
Number one pick, the Titans draft a punter. That would be funny, but we got Stonehouse. Stonehouse, one of the best punters, and that's sad. Our punter was one of the best statistical players on the team. Him and Nick Folk. Yeah, more Super Bowl appearances than Traylon Burks got. Traylon Burks is finna get. I don't even know if they able to even get a 7th round pick out of Traylon Burks. They might get a fishing rod and a ticket to the draft in Green Bay. Said Ward. I watch the players' face once they get picked to see if they like where they go in the eyes, sell it all. To be honest, I don't care if it's Shedeur or Cam Ward. I just think it'll put some a jolt in the fan base. It gives some hope that we got somebody that can go make plays and gonna be a leader. You know what I'm saying? Like when you hear them talk about Will Levis, it ain't physical, it's mental. You know what I'm saying? Like it's between the ears. Trying to go to the Green Bay draft, that'd be fire, bro. That'd be fire. That'd be fire. He said live with the football, be one with the football. Man, they draft a punter after having Ryan Stonehouse. I'm gonna lose my mind. Now, to be honest, like if they did some wild shit and drafted Travis Hunter, like in that situation, you couldn't even be mad because of what Travis Hunter is. But bro, give me Ward or Shedeur. It don't matter which one I get. Now, if you was the owner of the Titans, you be one Shedeur because what come with that, you know what I'm saying? But if the Titans took Cam Ward, I think it'd be no different. You know what I'm saying? I think Shedeur fit Callahan's system a little better, but like Cam Ward can make all the throws and he's more athletic. So I don't know what they're gonna do. I just don't want to have Mason Rudolph and Will Levis at QB next year. In a hotel in Orlando, that's $19,000 a night during Super Bowl weekend. I believe it. Check the personal DM. It said they draft Hunter on the back end. I need them to draft a QB on the front end, though. I need them to get a QB on the front end. Man, why is this shit not showing up? Oh, damn. This shit said 50,000 total, including taxes and fees. On the French Quarter. Shit. Jason G, what up? This is Mike Bergonzi right here saying, we'll never pass up on the opportunity to pick a good player. So I think that's it. I don't think we need to entertain Emo. Draft party across the street probably is. It is $50,000, but Pinky, it's gonna be somebody to get that hotel and ain't even gonna look at their checking account after they pay for that. Help, Sean, please. Sean, I love y'all, but please don't ever say get Levis help. Please. He wasn't reading no cue card, man. Please. Don't, no. No. I low key, I'm kind of insulted that you even said that to me. Like y'all can disrespect every other content creator when it comes to sports. Don't disrespect me, man. Say some shit like that, bro. This nigga has something that no Titan quarterback has ever had. He entered the season with 1,000-yard running back and 2,000-yard receivers. One of the best slot receivers in the league. No. Calvin Ridley and Tony Pollard had 1,000 yards apiece despite him and Mason Rudolph. Get this nigga some help. You remember the Dave Chappelle show when he told and said, man, we already helped him. When they had stomped him out, he said he needs some help, man. He said, man, we already helped him. You know what I'm saying? Like, the best thing they could do for Will Levis is send him to a new city and get a 7th-round draft pick and hope he flourishes somewhere else. He said Magnus in the chat. Oh my God, bro. If they took Travis Hunter with the first pick and Jalen Milroe in the second round, how would I feel? I don't expect Jalen Milroe to start year one, so I wouldn't feel good because they don't have a bridge. See what I'm saying? Like, the whole point of drafting somebody, all right, look, if you take Ward or Shador, you saying they could play next year, like Penix or Bo Nix or any of them guys, you name them. Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, all them, Drake May. Like, you saying they can play next year. If you don't take, if you get Milroe, he's not playing, like, you're not starting the season with Jalen Milroe. No disrespect, but like I want him to be playing behind somebody. So that means the way the quarterback market is right now, you're gonna have an overpaid bum playing to start the season next year. And if you had Will Levis and Jalen Milroe, like, no, that
Let me teach you how to vibe.
you better run reverses the whole game to get Travis Hunter the ball because you damn sure ain't throwing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope that Milroe goes to a team that already got a quarterback and already got a system and get a chance to learn and then come in next year or some shit. Like, they pumping Jackson Dart and them guys now and Will Howard and some guys who I think will be solid in time. I just ain't drafting nobody past the first round and expecting them to play. So I'm saying you're still going to have to go spend money on a QB. Now, your options may change at what you can do at QB if you draft a first round draft pick at QB. Because, like, Mason Rudolph and Will Levis combined was like $3 million last year. It was like $3 million for them both. So, like, if you draft a rookie QB and you got a rookie QB on like a $4 or $5 million, like, rookie QBs at the most made top picks maybe like 6 or 7. At the max, I think Trey Lance is getting $10 million a year. Like, you're not spending no bread. So, like, drafting a first round quarterback and then going out and spend money is gonna look like the Falcons. You spent $50 million on Kirk Cousins to play Michael Penix. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to tie that much money in. You want to take your money and be able to put it elsewhere. So that's why, like, I ain't crazy about trying to get Milroe or in a second, because, like, if you're doing that, you still need a quarterback for next season. You saying that, like, end of 25 and then going into 26, he'll be ready. Will Levis gonna pull a Baker Mayfield? No, Baker Mayfield was in the playoffs and played good before he left the Browns. The Browns just imploded. See, you gotta make it be a comparable player. Will Levis, do I need to pull up his statistics in the 21 games played? Baker Mayfield had won a playoff game before and took the Browns to the playoffs before, and he lost to the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? In the playoffs, like, bro, like, no. And Baker Mayfield was a number 1 pick too. I already did the breakdown statistics on where you get drafted and what you could be. Will Levis at best could go somewhere and be a solid backup. I don't think that he'll be the starting QB for nobody mentally. Negative to positive. Super high today. Trade us Brissett. Brissett's not a bad bridge, but I'm saying, like, the Titans ain't playing a whole season with Brett as the starting. Brissett is the starting QB. No more than y'all did. Call Flacco. Ain't Flacco still on the Colts? Or the Colts had him on a 1 year? I'm not crazy about that Milroe idea. There's a reason that I made that board. You need to draft a QB in the first round, bro. Like, if you don't get a first round quarterback, like, the odds are so far against your favor that you'll get what you need out of that guy that ain't drafted in the first round. Baker Mayfield celebrations alone better than Will Levis on field for. He said, "Nah, you spaz. You definitely got that one with Baker." Yeah, I'm saying, like, Baker Mayfield was a top draft pick, and then he's on the Browns and still took the. He had the Browns as best that they've ever looked. Now imagine the Browns at one point said, this Baker Mayfield, he ain't the guy. Odell is washed. And then, Baker Mayfield has done what he's done. Odell won a Super Bowl after that. So, you know what I'm saying? And lost in the NFC Championship game last year. So, maybe it's Cleveland. Cleveland. In LeBron James voice. I can't do LeBron voice. Manuel, what up? People sleeping on him, but I would definitely go steal Joe Milton from the Patriots. The thing is, like, who says the Patriots would trade him? I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure that Joe Milton, Hendon Hooker, some of them guys want to get traded, but bro, it is what it is. Because you got to think, like, you always one play away. Tom Brady wasn't the starter. Bledsoe was, and he got hurt. Trent Edwards was the starter, not Kurt Warner. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, a guy comes in for a guy and they don't get the team back. Like J.J. McCarthy got hurt, and depending on what Minnesota do, it could be Sam Darnold's team. Baker was almost a Johnny Football till he got serious. He was serious on the Browns, to be honest. Like, Baker Mayfield was better than y'all think on the Browns. It just was the Browns, bro. Like, y'all got to keep in mind, like, some of these bottom feeder organizations, like, and the Titans are one of them, like, just don't do well, like, keeping people that they draft that are good. The Jets, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe Aaron Glenn can change that, but some of these teams is just like, they ain't got the sauce, cuz. They ain't got the sauce. And it's some teams that got it figured out. Like, I still ain't gonna get over that the Bills traded Xavier Worthy to the Chiefs, the rights to make that pick, and they took Xavier Worthy. Like, why would the Bills ever make a trade with the Chiefs? Man, even if it hurt me, I wouldn't trade with the Chiefs. If I'm the Bills. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Commanders traded Jahan Dotson to the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? The Saints let Bond go, and you see what Bond turned out on the Eagles. Like, some team, like, we sent the Chiefs D-Hop. You know what I'm saying? Like D-Hop was a number one receiver that got them through a tough patch in the season until they got their guys back. And, who's to say he don't catch a touchdown in the Super Bowl? Shopping him for a third, according to rumors, but I hope he stays. I mean, if y'all got a third for him, that'd be a steal because you upgraded that piece. But then again, like, depending on where he went, y'all still going to need another QB behind Drake May. It's probably going to cost more than Joe Milton. So for y'all's sake, y'all would want to keep him, but, may not want to start a quarterback controversy with him being there. Glad Baker, get out of there. Bro, look stressed. He looks so happy on the Bucks, don't he? Wouldn't you be? Bills also traded with the Chiefs for Kansas City. Oh, that's tragic. Let me turn the volume on my phone up. Put this boy on this charger. My phone got 8%. I mean, y'all, like, I don't never charge my phone, bro. Like, ever. Like, ever. Hey, I ain't even gonna bring that up. I ain't gonna do my boy like that. I'm gonna just leave that one be.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
So many y'all bring Brissett back. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, Brissett's not a bad guy to come in. He can win a game for you. Not even gonna cap. Brissett, like him and Tyrod Taylor, you know what I'm saying? Like them two guys, they come in for you. They might get busy. Allen and Lamar to Mahomes is what Big Ben and Phillip Rivers was to Brady. Granted, Big Ben made it to the Super Bowl 1 year though. Big Ben got a Super Bowl. Phillip Rivers never got there. Phillip Rivers is a closer example because Phillip Rivers was good for 4,000 a year. But I'm here to debunk something though. I'm here to debunk something. I think people give like Allen and Lamar like this is one of them years where it's like they didn't get the job done. But to be real, when you going against that buzzsaw like that, like they both made crazy plays to get their team back in it, and they both have really good tight ends that drop passes at the end of the games. Like you got to go take it when it's the Chiefs, but I'm not sure the Chiefs are willing to give it to anybody, bro. Like pause. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just one of them things. Like Burrow, Allen, Mahomes, not Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, and Lamar. They just gonna have to sit around and wait and just hope they can just steal one year. Maybe it's when Travis Kelce quit. Maybe when Travis Kelce retired, that next season is the season that they steal one before the Chiefs get their new superstar tight end or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because just looking at it, like, it's nothing really more some of these teams could do. Like Jaden Daniels, what else could he have done? It's no guarantee that Jaden Daniels get back in his career to the NFC Championship. Ask the Cowboys. He might get back there, you know, and be playing through injuries or whatever. Like, there's no guarantee. I mean, he played good and his team fumbled 3 times. You fumble in scoring position and fumble on a kickoff. Like, what can, like, because I seen some people saying, like, what could Jaden Daniels have done better in that game? He can't make niggas not fumble the ball. Like 3 fumbles against the Eagles is kind of crazy because when you playing the Eagles and you tired and it's cold, 3rd and 1, 4th and 1 is a first down. You know what I'm saying? Like they basically just like spotted them points when the Eagles was already playing good. They did what they could do. Yeah, Big Ben in 2 Super Bowls, but they did all they could do. I mean, it's just Mahomes' time. Like, how many times you seen people play good and just couldn't beat Brady? How many times you seen people play good just couldn't beat Jordan? You know, how many times you seen teams that was really good that couldn't get past the Warriors or the Lakers or the Spurs?
Let me teach you how to vibe.
Like, it just happened, bro. It's part of sports. And, you know, you just got to hang in there and hope that one year that you able to stab it out. But Patrick Mahomes, I've been told y'all was in a different universe than everybody else, but that's just the situation that they in. And if you any team and you look up at your sport track and look at your contracts, if your quarterback make more money than Patrick Mahomes, you at a deficit anyways. Let me say that again. If your quarterback make more money than Patrick Mahomes, you are at a deficit to win games. Brady never was the highest paid QB. Mahomes is not the highest paid QB, and they was the best QBs in their era. Sometimes you got to take a little bit less to get more, and some of these guys, especially these guys that weren't drafted in the first round, when they get there, they want their check, but that check might come with the fact you might not ever have the team to be able to beat a Mahomes or Brady. Keith, I was thinking that when we did that mock and I said we weren't going to do no trade, like last year they traded to get Xavier Worthy. I could see it be a situation that like we get to about that 13, 14 pick and we see the Kansas City Chiefs have traded up, or I could see the Chiefs like trading a player that's pretty good on their team and they pick to somebody that need them and getting Tyler Warren.